Now, this year's COP28 in Dubai has officially begun. So far this year was marked by record heat, drought and other extreme weather conditions as well.
Leaders at the summit ready to discuss climate change solutions and sustainable developments. The President of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis, laid out the message that he will be taking on his forthcoming visit to the United Arab Emirates to take part in the COP28.
I would like to...
Messages I will take with me to the COP.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit UAE to attend the UN Climate Conference in Dubai starting this week. His participation will underline the country's commitment to the issue of climate change. Modi will be in UAE for 2 days from November 30th to the 1st of December.
Now, apart from fossil fuels, issues to headline the summit will include methane emissions and oil and gas imports. More than 150 countries signed on to the United States and EU-led Global Methane Pledge in 2021, promising to slash their methane emissions 30% by the end of the decade.
Here is how this can possibly be achieved. The EU has agreed to set methane emission limits on Europe's oil and gas imports from 2030. The US is finalizing its own rules. Canada is expected to target the sector with a proposal requiring a 70% cut in methane emissions by 2030. China, the world's biggest emitter of greenhouse gases, has pledged to include methane in the country's 2035 National Climate Plan.
The World Bank is in the process of launching a new fund with backing from independent oil companies, among others. COP28 host, the United Arab Emirates, wants to see national regulations over methane-emitting sectors and financial support for developing countries. It also is calling on the oil and gas industry to phase out its methane emissions by 2030.
Meanwhile, Pope Francis has cancelled his upcoming trip to Dubai for the COP28 climate talks, citing concerns over his recent flu-like symptoms. Francis' address to world leaders at COP28 would have come just weeks after he published a text in October, warning that the world was collapsing and near the breaking point due to global warming.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.